Hey, it's time to pay attention and learn about bus safety and what is expected of us here at MMS. The most important things are to be safe and be courteous. Let's take a look at some kids coming out of school and doing what we don't want them to do. Did you see those kids coming out of school? They were pushing, shoving, jumping, and scrambling. Stay out of the street and wait until you have permission to get on the bus.
Oh, come on, Heilman, let's go. Get out.
You guys are gonna wreck my science thing.
Here comes a kid with his science project. He's late. Come on, the bus driver isn't supposed to wait for you. Jumping on the bus? You gotta be kidding. The safe distance from the bus is 10 feet. Stay at least 10 feet away from the bus. Don't walk in front of it. Also, the driver has blind spots in the right front and the right rear. Even with all those mirrors, he can't see what's going on there. Okay, these kids are really late. And look at that broomstick. Remember, keep your hands in all objects inside the bus. Also remember to be on time, take one step at a time, and hold on to the handrail. Be polite. Obey the bus driver. Riding the bus is a privilege, not a right. Now let's take a look at some kids coming out of school and getting onto the bus the right way.
Oh, really? Oh, I really love English class. Oh, I know. I learned so much.
Remember, we line up boys and girls now. You have a girls line and a boys line, please. Everybody have a good afternoon.
Yes, we did. School was safe.
Remember, everybody, we line up boy-girl. My girls line leads, my boys line goes after.
To avoid chaos, this year we'll be lining up into two lines, boys in one line, girls in the other. Not only does it teach us good manners, but it keeps things under control. Notice with these kids, there's no pushing or shoving, no hitting, no tripping kids.
Okay, go ahead. Nice job, everybody. Well done.
Hi, guys.
Mr. Driver, y'all ready for them? All right, ladies, why don't you lead me on for the bus for me, please? You guys have a great afternoon.
See ya. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you, everybody. Nice job. Have a great
Hi, guys. Nice to see ya.
Have a great afternoon. Enjoy the ride.
Way to go! Notice how much quicker kids got on the bus when there was no pushing or shoving going on. Students stayed out of the danger zone surrounding the bus and were pleasant to the adults and the other students.
We'll meet you on the bus. Enjoy the ride. See you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks, Dr. Alexander. I had a great day at school.
See you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you.
See you guys. All right, gentlemen, you're up here. Go right ahead. We got Mr. Bus Driver. The door's open. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Enjoy your afternoon, sir. Have a great afternoon, buddy.
I had a great day.
Hey, great job. Thank you. See you tomorrow, sir. Have a wonderful afternoon. We're holding them for you. Here we go. Thanks.
Hello, Mr.
Have a great afternoon. Great. Thank you. Yes, sir. Sir, I think we're all set. You ready to head out?
Shut up.
Ready to go? All right. Have a great afternoon. We'll see ya.
Take it easy.
Okay, let's take a look now at what goes on inside the bus. These kids are not behaving the way that we expect them to.
I want to sit in the back of the bus.
Coming home calm today.
What a disaster! Be nice to your bus driver. Also, you shouldn't have open drinks or food on the bus, not even if your parents say you can. Did you see that one kid scrambling over the seat? These kids are obnoxious, aren't they? They weren't polite to the bus driver or the other students, and it's not okay to use bad language. The bus is an extension of the classroom, and the same rules apply. Even worse than the yelling and goofing around, I saw some kids fighting. I couldn't tell if anyone had a weapon, but it is against the law to have any kind of a weapon on the bus or to hit someone or wreck anyone's stuff or do damage to the bus. If a student creates a serious disturbance on the bus, it is likely that a law enforcement officer will be called out to deal with the student. Students may be suspended from riding the bus if they break a state law, and they also may be suspended if they violate school district policy.
Hey, knock it off! I'm gonna call it
Shake the trees. Oh my gosh. That missed
Keep those hands and things out of the windows. Everything needs to stay on the bus. And the aisle. Keep the aisle clear of backpacks. What if there's an emergency and you have to get out? If a student gets suspended from riding the bus, they still have to come to school. Follow the rules.
Oh, I'd love to. Would you like to sit on the inside or the outside?
I would love to.
Okay, let's take a look now at how we expect our kids to act when they're on the bus.
Oh my gosh, I get a
Super.
Thank you very much.
Super.
Make sure you copy and
Hi, Richard.
Can I sit with you?
Sure can.
Can I? Yeah. Thank you.
You want me to help hold it?
Would you like me to hold it for you?
No, I got it. Thanks, though. Thank you.
Congratulations.
You okay back there?
I got plenty of room.
Awesome.
Hi, Mr. Sergeant.
It's a whole different story with these kids, isn't it? Did you see that they were even politely greeting the bus driver when they came in? I'm really proud of those students who wanted to help a student with a science project and to the kids who offered each other seats. Even the student with a water bottle had it tightly capped. School bus is just an extension of your classroom, and you should follow the rules in both places. The consequences for not following the rules on the bus are the same as for those in school. Remember, if you're suspended from riding the bus, you still have to come to school. If necessary, law enforcement officials, the Department of Public Safety, and even the superintendent will become involved.
Richard, that's a great project.
Thank you, Michael.
Are you in honor science?
Yeah, it's really hard, but I like it. Yeah.
Let's take a look at how kids shouldn't act when they're getting off the bus.
Hey, please, I need to get through. Bus is still moving.
What's going on here? Kids are up and walking around and the bus is moving. Remember, stay in your seats until the bus has come to a complete stop.
Bus is still moving.
Please be seated till the bus comes to a stop. Do you want us to sing? Good one.
Whoa! We're lucky no one was killed. The driver of the car failed to yield to the bus. She could get a ticket for that. Even worse, a student could be hurt or even killed. These students jumped off the bus and just ran into the street. Remember, you're supposed to wait for the driver to let you know when it's okay to cross.
Corey, what are you doing after school?
These students show a better example of what expectations we have for riding and getting off the bus.
Bye.
I love your shirt.
Be careful, big dog. Hey, dog.
We can go. Okay, we're good.
Much better. These students stayed seated until the bus had stopped. When they got off the bus, they waited for the bus driver to motion them across the street when it was safe. It's possible that you'll have to make an emergency exit from the bus. Remember to use both the front and back doors if they are unobstructed. Wait for your driver to tell you which one to use. After making an emergency exit, you should gather at a spot designated by the driver at least 100 feet away from the bus and not in the road. You should know where the fire extinguisher and first aid kit are located on the bus. Check around for it the next time you ride. We're all looking forward to a happy and safe school bus experience this year.